What's up, y'all? Welcome back to My Supreme's Tarot. Hope everybody's doing well, staying prayed up, focus on spiritual hygiene. Heavy karmic feminine energy this morning. So last night I was pulling on something like they have an addiction. There's something going on with this karmic here. They have an addiction, and I think that part of the addiction is they really like to be in conflict. Like somebody loves drama, they really do love conflict. Um, Somebody wants it to be unresolved feelings, um, unspoken feelings, unspoken truths. They want to keep this betrayal suspended, keep something on pause, keep weighing down the energy. There's someone in this karmic's, like in their proximity, that is feeling like they are sorry. They're in the Page of Cups, Knight of Cups energy. They're sorry. They want to apologize, and this karmic is like, no, don't apologize, don't say anything, don't do this, don't do that, don't help them, don't do that. Like somebody's very like hell bent on keeping this, like, because I feel like they can't heal. Like they can't get over themselves, they can't get over the situation, they can't get over the fact that they lost, that no one agrees with them, that you're still in a better position than they are, that you recovered from their bullshit, that they can't knock you down. This is someone that is a real life psychopath, and they can't heal, like they can't get over it, so they don't want anybody else to. Misery loves company. Okay. Someone is very emotional in that environment, and they don't want this person to show any emotion. They don't want them to show any sadness. And this is a very deeply insecure karmic feminine that is mad that everybody feels bad that they followed her, but they followed her off of lies, most of them. They followed her because they were being petty, most of them. Most of these people, even though they share the same mental incapacitations, okay, with this person, are able to at least come to the realization that, we probably should chill. Like, it really ain't that deep. Like, you need to calm down. This person's just like, nah, nah, nah. Because if they admit that they were wrong, then everything, it's like they're going to fucking implode on themselves or something. So they're like terrified to be wrong. It's like weird. I don't know. Okay, so this person's addiction spirit. Six of Coins. This is somebody that's like a thief. Page of Swords. This person's weird. Okay. So what's going on with this energy here? Like, what is happening? Two of Swords. This is somebody that's not able to move forward, unable to see. They're stuck at this crossroads. The Fool. Somebody that's not brave, doesn't want to take a leap of faith, doesn't want to go in a different direction, or this is just what they're convinced that they should do. Yeah, Two of Swords, Nine of Swords. Somebody's afraid to take a leap of faith. Like somebody is stuck in fear. It's fear. Fear of looking like an idiot, fear of a fall from grace, fear of whatever. I feel like this is a person too who tries to like talk down on people and get them to like feel like bad about themselves, because that way nobody, if they do have to, take a seat, nobody's gonna be like, yeah, bitch, that's why you da da da, that's why you didn't take a seat. Like I feel like this person, like it's like they have to be in this, like in their brain, they have to be above everybody else, they have to be in control of everybody else, they have to knock everybody else down, because they really are a weak bitch on the inside. But it's not a truth that they can take. Like they can't take it, so they have to make everybody else feel weak so that they never rise up. So if this person does have to face a loss or take an L or go in a different direction or whatever, they can just do it without nobody being like, I told you so, or you shouldn't have did this or whatever. Like they want to be in a position where they don't have to learn nothing or nobody can tell them nothing. But it's like, bitch, we got a lot to say about you actually. But they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Nine of Swords. No, you can't tell nobody nothing. Yeah, this Queen of Wands. Somebody could actually fear you if this is your energy. They could fear somebody being attracted to you, or they could even be attracted to you and don't want to admit it. What's the Queen of Wands, child? Three of Swords. Because they're hurt. Three of Swords. What's the Three of Swords? Why they hurt? They're heartbroken. Page of Swords. Because somebody found out something. Page of Swords. They could be watching you. Five of Wands. Three of Wands. Because people know, Page of Swords, Five of Wands, Three of Wands, that They know it's going to be conflict. It's going to be conflict coming in. So they're stuck in fear. This could even be the person's people around their environment or a person that's in their environment that is, they know that some type of conflict is coming in. I feel like this is this karmic energy though. They know it's about to be a fight. What's this? Knight of Wands, King of Cups. Because Page of Swords, they could be researching. What is this? Finding out, spying, looking at the drama that's coming in. What's this King of Cups? The world. This could even be passion between them and somebody. Is closing out. Somebody could want to travel or be very passionate about something here and be very emotional. Judgment. Because somebody, what's judgment? Let me see. Page of Wands. They're looking at a message. Somebody's reviewing a message that maybe that the passion is over between them and this person. Whoever this King of Cups is, this person been coming out a lot more lately. So I don't know if they feel like they've lost this person or this person wants to close something out or they know that. This is a person, this could be somebody that's watching, they're watching this unfold. Okay. This is a person that listens to readings or does them herself. Okay. I feel like the message is pretty obvious. And so again, this person doesn't know anything else to do but amp up the control because this is all this person knows. Is to try to control something, not to try to like. I mean, and they could do things to appeal to this person and get them to stay, but like it's always a control move. It's always like a I want you to feel trapped at the end of the day. Not like, oh, I love you, but I really want to work it out. It's like, no, we have to work it out because blah 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 blah, or because such and such reason, or because this. Pull on your heartstrings, pull on your heartstrings, pull on your mind, pull on your mind. Mind games, mind games, mind games. Like it's control tactics. The messed up part about it is that the people around this person or whoever this King of Cups may be or represent, I feel like this person, this karmic is their karma in a sense of like they have control issues. They're attracted to toxic love. They're attracted to the like not being committal. They're attracted to just forcing it and getting their way and wanting their way. But this is a person that's worse than them. And sometimes, they say you don't learn till it's done to you. Okay. So that's what's happening with these people. It's like, oh, you think you evil, you think you controlling, you think you control everything until the power is in somebody else's hand, and then you realize how fucking annoying, how unfair, how ugly and insecure you look. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lesson here for everybody, but let's expand on this energy spirit. What else can you tell us? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The devil. Damn. There it is. Okay. Five of Wands. Yeah. The devil likes conflict. The devil don't want peace, especially not with no damn earth angels, divine feminines. Mm-mm. Okay. The devil. A lot of toxicity, bondage. What's this that one pop out? Six of Swords. Somebody's ready to move on. See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like these people around this person, or this, it could be one particular person, somebody that was involved with hate, jumped on the hate train with this karmic. They want to move on. All right. They're like, God damn it, I can't sit here with you and do this fuck shit all day. This karmic's like, well, you have to. And listen, I could sit all day and speculate on why this person won't just get their ass up off the couch and walk out the fucking door. Because you know what I did when I was in a toxic environment and I was fucking tired of it? I packed up all the shit that I could and left everything else behind, got in my car, and never looked back. Period. I was sleeping in my car. I was sleeping at rest stops. I was taking showers at the gym. I did what the fuck I had to do because I got up off my fat ass and got my shit together. You know, sometimes you have to do that. Okay. But somebody here, okay, and really not trying to judge people, but it gets to a point where it's like, what you about to do? Because, nothing's changing. Every day you're waking up in this environment with this devil, you know, longing for the Six of Swords to move to calmer waters. Okay. Somebody may need to take a spiritual bath. Okay. But also, you can't take a fucking spiritual bath and then go sit back on the couch. It doesn't work like that. Somebody need to get their shit together here. These people or this person that's around this devil energy. Okay. But we're speaking of bondage as well. So this is maybe an issue of codependency, shared bills, shared assets, but there's help. And I feel like this person, I don't know if they're too in shame to like reach out to friends and family. They may have burned bridges with people for this person. Somebody could just be really, but this is like the devil's trap. This is how this karmic energy has managed to trap people. And this is how they do it. And I say it all the time. They try to isolate you from your friends, family, cut off all your avenues, basically close your roads so that you can't escape. If this person rallied behind this person, now they embarrassed. Now they don't want to reach out to their friends and family because then they feel like their friends and family are gonna be like, "I told you so," or "Why you do that?" or "I got questions." Right? They may want to leave and sleep on somebody's couch, but they like, "Well, why you even die? Because you cut me off for that bitch and you was listening to what she had to say. So why would I even help you?" Right? Okay, they could have you know be trying to date other people or get out of the situation, even be a homosexual. Okay, but then you got this bitch always blowing up their phone. Okay, maybe GPS looking for them, pulling up and shit, trying to intimidate, or a drama starter. They're gonna pull up and start some shit and tell them to come home and all this abusive shit. Okay, and that's what's helping this person, that this King of Cups energy here. That's what helping them to see that their ways of doing things and trying to control you, this is how they looked when they was doing it. And they didn't see it. They didn't see it that way. So this could be what's trapping this person. They don't know where to go because they didn't give everything to this devil. They didn't give everything, all the attention. They rallied behind. They stood behind. Now they look dumb. They'd have to humble themselves completely. They'd have to crash and burn completely in front of somebody. And they don't want to do that because they don't want to drop their pride. They don't want to be wrong either because they still, got a little bit karmic in the mix here. Okay, even though they want to heal, they ain't quite made the jump. You know how fucking terrible it felt inside, deep inside, to have to pack up all my shit and just abandon whatever else and just get in my car and go. Felt like shit in the moment, but I knew I needed to do it. I knew there was no other way. There was no other way. I told who I needed to tell. I used whatever resources I had. I was still working. I had to be real with my job about it. I had to be real with my friends about it. It's not something I deserved though. So I guess, it may have been a little easier. It was still tough, but I did what I had to do. And sometimes that's what you have to do. If you want that Six of Swords, calmer waters energy, let me tell you something. I've never been quite at peace. I hadn't had peace like that, living in my car like that in years. It was fucking quiet. I was outside, sun on my face every day, moon on my back every night. Okay. Listening to music. I had my electronics. I had shit, I could plug up and whatever. Did what I had to do. Okay. Quiet, peace. Me and God. And in no time, I recovered and I'm better today than I've ever been. But if I had not took that leap of faith, maybe I'd still be in some struggling ass cycles. You hear me? Okay. So let's see. Somebody want to move on. They want to get away. Ten of Wands, but they way down. Look, Ten of Wands, Three of Swords. It's some type of pain here. This could be shame. This Ten of Wands, like I was saying, shame and heartbreak, guilt. Seven of Wands, Four of Coins. Somebody could be blocking themselves. They're holding on to some type of blockage. Something is clogged in this person. It's clogged. Two of Wands, Seven of Swords. Because they feel manipulated. They feel like they chose something over a lie, or they made a decision based off a lie, or somebody being manipulated. Yeah, the moon. Somebody manipulated. They feel manipulated. They feel like they were manipulated, like they were coerced, like they were forced. So they're deeply saddened because maybe this was someone that they trusted, maybe someone that they looked up to. So again, this could be why the karma is so hell bent on making this person feel stuck and trapped. Because if this person get away, they're not coming back. That's what the karmic know. They know if this person get away, they're not coming back because of how they feel right now. What else? Page of Wands, Two of Cups. So they feel like somebody manipulated them to have a new start, to renew a relationship, renew a partnership with them. Starting fresh with them. Yeah. So this is a King of Cups that's in a relationship with this person. They manipulated them into a fresh start. Four of Cups. Or into rejecting a fresh start with somebody. Maybe you. What's the Four of Cups? Or they're bored. What's this? There was a new spark. Okay, so something could have been like fizzing out between them. So somebody wanted to, spice it up a little bit or something. They could have been had a dinner or something like that. This is like, what is this? Some chairs. They could have got this person high. It's like a cigar or a blunt in his hand or something. They wanted a new start. A new spark here. The Hermit. Yeah, so they could have really sat and talked over a blunt or something. What else? The Magician. Wow. So what's this? Just peeking. Knight of Wands. Okay, this could have been sex magic or tantric sex or something they had. The Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Knight of Wands. This is like, let me show you something. I learned a new skill type of energy. Okay, spice it up. In the bedroom, maybe, yeah, with a King of Pentacles. And what is this? The Ace of Pentacles behind it? Yeah. So somebody could have been like, let's do some sex magic to get some money or something like that. Or they showed this person some type of spell work, or this was a ritual. This was supposed to be a ritual that got them some money or brought upon a new opportunity or a new financial opportunity. Okay. What else? I feel like this about to get. Let me hold on. We don't see about this. Yeah. Yeah, that's the truth. Ace of Swords. Yeah. To get some type of breakthrough, financial breakthrough. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. So that was right. What I just said. Okay. What else? Five of Cups. Three of Coins. Because somebody, maybe their business was failing. Five of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Somebody could have been in a financial bind or something, or beholden to some type of financial agreement. So maybe this person knew this person was taking some type of financial loss or something, or business was failing. Yeah, Page of Coins. Okay. Maybe their talent, something wasn't going well. Six of Wands. Yeah, this was supposed to be a win. Or they wanted maybe their business to take off or something, right? And maybe they was like, we could work together to make it happen. Eight of Cups. What's the Eight of Cups? Eight of Coins. Because someone didn't want to do the work. They didn't want to do the hard work. Eight of Cups, Eight of Coins, Six of Coins to get paid. Yeah. Somebody didn't want to do some hard work to receive something. King of Cups, Queen of Coins, Nine of Wands. Because they was facing setbacks. Somebody was facing setbacks. Somebody don't, because they didn't want to do the work. They didn't want to put the hard work. So this is like somebody that appealed to like their lazy side. Like, you don't even gotta do all that. We could just do this ritual and then it'll land in our laps type of energy. Like, okay. What else? Yeah, Ace of Swords. A breakthrough. So they thought they was gonna get some type of breakthrough. Get yes, like get a yes answer. Get something to go in their favor. Okay. What else? Knight of Wands. So this, down. Maybe they was passionate about that. Seven of Wands. So this is why they went so hard for it. Seven of Wands. So this is somebody who don't want to do the work, like the real hands-on manual labor. This is somebody who want to be the overnight boss or something like that. They want to walk in the building and become CEO. Oh, okay. Ten of Swords. That's why they defended some type of backstabbing energy. Yeah, they advocated for a bully to backstab somebody. A Ten of Cups. That's why they backstab their family, their happiness. This is why somebody was willing to basically put swords in Ten of Cups. This could be somebody who was willing to lose family, friends, you, whatever, behind this idea. Because somebody appealed to them like, you don't got to do nothing but just lay right here. And we about to just do this. And it's about to just land in your lap. And it's going to be people, that's not going to like that you doing this with me and whatever. And yeah, they was like, I don't care. I just want some money. I don't want to have to do shit but lay here. This is dumb. Somebody is very lofty. This is, delusion here. Okay. Somebody sold somebody a fantasy, a dream. Okay. So they went hard for it though. They did. Six of Cups. So people from their past, maybe they betrayed. Six of Cups, a past life connection, friendships, whatever this was in this Six of Cups energy. Yeah, Four of Coins in the reverse. They was willing to release it, or they would have to. Seven of Coins. Yeah. Their investments. Or maybe somebody wanted to hold on to their investments with this person because they already were invested here. Yeah, the hanged one. They had to sacrifice. No, they had to sacrifice it. They had to sacrifice whatever other investments they were working on in a 10 of cups, 6 of cups. People from their past, a relationship, a family, you, they're happily ever after. So this could have even been an idea or a belief that they had long held or something they were already invested in. They had to release it, the hang one. They had to sacrifice it. Queen of Swords, there it is. I'm telling the truth here. Queen of Swords. This could be somebody that they thought knew what they were talking about. They thought this person was smart, or they thought this was a smart thing to do. Yeah, Knight of Swords, because this person made it sound good. They amped this person up. Queen of Swords with the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who was like, yeah, this idea is the best. Like, let's do it. Let's seize this opportunity type of energy. They was willing to do it because somebody made it sound like a good idea. Yeah, 2 of Coins, 5 of Swords. But somebody here, Page of Swords, was juggling something, or they was in and out. They wasn't sure. Maybe somebody was still not sure, so somebody amped it up. Now somebody's sad because they realizing they was a fool for this. So that's what was in some type of contract they could have made with this person. Yeah, 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins. This could be on their happily ever after, or a contract that they had with. This could be like spiritual, like what they really was meant to do. Somebody maybe sacrificed their own destiny. Okay. Yeah, 8 of Coins. There was details, strength, heavily focused on ego or something like that. Inner strength, the Fool. Somebody should have focused on that. They were supposed to focus on the inner strength, growing, healing, doing the right thing, doing things whatever the right way with whatever they had going on. So they altered their own like spiritual contract. It feels like what they were really destined to do. They sacrificed it. The Fool, 8 of Coins. The Fool, 8 of Coins. Somebody was naive to the details. This was naive. Somebody didn't really read it over. They didn't know what they were doing. This is how the devil gets you every time. Every time. He like, I can make it look real. I can make it real good for you. I can give you whatever you want. I grant you 3 wishes, ass energy, genies and shit. Jinn, demons. There could have been some worry and restlessness. 4 of Swords. Somebody should have thought a little deeper. 9 of Coins. Or they was just worried, or they was just thinking deep, like they was gonna have 9 of Coins. They're in independent wealth. They was just too worried, maybe in the moment. And like I said, this is when they get you. When you down and you feel like you don't got no other avenue, the devil gonna slide in when you at your most vulnerable and susceptible to giving in, and they're gonna make you sign your life away. And somebody was desperate or something here, or they just really just didn't want to do the work or whatever. And this is the dangers of not being willing to put in the work for what you want. By putting in the work, you're showing the universe that you deserve it. You're showing why. You're matching the energy so that you can call in your blessings. You have to be an energetic match for it. Can't be a couch potato and want to be a millionaire. That doesn't work. You have to do something. Seven of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So something was about strategy. They was thinking this was a strategy. Page of Swords. But somebody maybe they just, it's given they didn't know all the details. Page energy, Page of Swords. Information, communication. Somebody didn't have all the information. They didn't have all the facts. Okay, they could have been talking about a plan. Okay, but somebody didn't reveal all the details or something like that with this page energy. Or they was looking up how to do this strategy. Again, you putting effort into strategizing to be lazy. How can I sit on the couch for 72 hours and make this happen? This is this energy. Not how can I get up and go do something and make it happen. It's like, what are you doing? Somebody could have been reading. Somebody could have read this in a book, I'm hearing. Like they read it. A formula. The world. Online? Wow. The world? This is like looking on the internet. PDFs and shit. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. The Hanged One. And how to make sacrifices. Responsibly sacrifice something. Ten of Swords. I'm telling you, this is like somebody looking at how to sacrifice people to get away with it. How to, what's them books that like, y'all know them books, yo. Well, they be like, this, you gotta psychologically manipulate people. And then, how to be a boss and get away with shit. How to rise to the top by manipulating 101. Like, it's one of them type of shits. Because that's the energy this person resonate with. No shade to like the people that, hey, because it looked like, people really bought their books. And, hey, can't hate the hustle, all right? But I'm saying, okay, everybody ain't able. Everybody shouldn't do that, maybe, perhaps, mayhaps. Okay? Somebody was looking online about this, all right? Yeah, the tower. What's the tower? What's the tower, Spirit? Page of Wands. How to tear everything down and start fresh. I could have deleted their history after they did it. They search history. They could have deleted it or tried to. Child, what is this shit here? The tower and the Page of Wands. Ace of Wands. This is how this new spark was going to be. So, somebody was looking at how to sacrifice something here. Okay, we saw the Hang One and it was the Knight of Coins. So, how to initiate a tower, start a tower, to persevere through a sacrifice, or how to get somebody to take on the responsibility. The Hang One with the Knight of Coins. Something about having to tear it all down for something new to build in its place or to start over fresh. Ace of Wands. How to initiate a tower, how to create a tower, to somebody responsible, how to make somebody take responsibility for a tower, something like that. How to get a new spark off of that. Okay. Yeah, Ten of Swords. So something about a painful ending or a betrayal or 10 swords in someone's back or unaliving someone. So like it seemed like how to put something off and make somebody else take responsibility or face a tower of everything falling apart so that they can start fresh. Sacrifice energy. Like somebody looked up how to sacrifice tonight. I guarantee you, yeah, because Ace of Wands came out again. I guarantee you, not telling you to do it because don't do that dumb shit because God gonna whoop your ass just like this person getting their ass whooped. Okay? But I'm just saying. I bet you if people looked it up how to do it, this is exactly what this is exactly what you're gonna find. Eight of Cups, Three of Cups. Ace of Wands, new spark. If they abandon, Three of Cups, Page of Cups. Good news. That way they walk away and celebrate getting good news. Somebody thought they'd get away with it and they'd have good news. Six of Swords. Yeah, they thought they was going to just sail off, sail away to their fresh start. They thought this was how it's going to go. Like leave somebody else standing in the tower in their place with all the responsibilities. Take responsibility, I don't know, for their karma, for their debts, for their whatever. It's about sacrificing, whatever this is. Transference of energy type of shit here. High Priestess. What's the High Priestess? Somebody could have traveled to have this done, especially with the world right here. Somebody could have found a magician or a witch or something like that. Ten of Swords. If they Ten of Swords, a High Priestess, they thought they would get away with sacrificing, unaliving a High Priestess energy. Somebody with the inner knowing, somebody who, so let me tell you something about the High Priestess energy. This is somebody who has mastered light and dark. This is somebody that's tapped in, who's spiritual, who can see in the dark, who can see in the light, who can see both sides, see perspective. This title take work. So it's like if you can sacrifice a divine being that's connected to all things, right? If you can sacrifice somebody with knowledge of good and evil, if you can sacrifice somebody who is, deeply intuitive and deeply spiritual, then boom, you know. It's like, wait, okay. Go ahead. What else? Eight of Coins. What's the Eight of Coins? What's the Eight of Coins? Detail, focus, Eight of Cups. Walk away from work. The details. They be able to escape the details. Or somebody knew the details. Somebody knew about this. So somebody could have escaped. You escaped. Three of Wands, and it didn't come in. Oh, wow. So now we get into the part, right? This the part right here. Somebody already knew. What somebody was planning, you knew. Because you can see. So this person didn't know something about you. This could be the missing details right here. Like, oh, yeah, you might could do this, pull this off, right? Yeah, but you gotta choose the right person. Somebody ain't tell them now, or they ain't know. It didn't say that in an online article on the dark web. It didn't say that. It just said find somebody and do it. They found a motherfucking High Priestess. Somebody that is connected to above, below. They know good and evil. They know light and dark. They've conquered it. This person chose the worst possible person to try to sacrifice. God was like, I know damn well you're not trying to sacrifice someone like that. I know good and but God was like, all right, I'm go ahead. Go ahead. With your dumb ass. Go ahead. And then boom. Didn't happen that way. It never came in. Never came in. Because you could see it. You already saw it coming. You could add a dream, a download, something here, something was shown to you, a vision. You could have had a spirit guide come to you. You knew the details already and you walked away. That's why it didn't come in. So it's like whatever they missed, timing, how to do it, when to do it, you was already hip, high priestess. You was already alerted. And it didn't come in. It didn't come in. Five of Swords. Instead, it initiated warfare. Because God was like, I know good and well this idiot didn't just try to do this. Well, Three of Wands. It never came in. Seven of Coins. Their investment. It never paid off. What else? Seven of Wands. But boy, they was trying to defend it. Or yours are protected. Your investments are protected. Six of Cups. Memories. Whatever your mission is protected. Maybe you protected your investments, and that's why something never came in. Something was protected for you. Yeah, Temperance. Maybe because Two of Wands, you chose to heal. Page of Coins. You could have looked into something. Your talents. Ten of Wands. Page of Coins, Ten of Wands. Maybe you used something to release something. You released them, or you released something and healed, brought something back into balance. Or your shit is too balanced for them to fuck with. Something about you being in balance or being an earth angel. So your shit is protected. So they were not protected doing this. You were, though. Five of Swords. Yeah, this is warfare. That's why you're protected, because you have something to do. They can't do this to you. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. This, you prepared for battle. This is you're too responsible. It's like you have a responsibility here. This person chose the worst possible fucking person to do this to. Literally. Worst. The worst. Queen of Swords. You're a truth teller. You could be an advocate. Some people, you got something to say here. A teacher, wisdom. Your wisdom is needed. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. You're too smart. Like, you got something to say. You'll cut a motherfucker too. Go to war. You're sword ready. Queen of Swords. Information, knowledge is your thing. This is your thing. You too smart for this. You're here to do something about with speaking, your voice, speaking, or telling the truth about something, or you are able to see. Your wisdom's needed. You're smart. You being astute at something, good at something is needed. So whoever, it's like, why would you do that to somebody that God said is what? Temperance high priestess out here. It's not somebody that's coming to play on a mission here. Somebody not here to play with this person here who thought they was trivial, that they thought this was just a run of the mill, just a regular sacrifice, just go on and throw it in the fire. No. Walking up the wrong tree out this bitch. Okay? Nine of Cups. Child. King of Swords. This is somebody who's in the congregation of the Lord. What's this King of Swords right here? Nine of Cups. The Hanged One. Child. Nine of Cups. Somebody who sees from a higher perspective. Somebody who... Four of Coins. It's giving me with the Hangman and the Four of Coins. That's literally like somebody holding on to something and somebody being suspended. This is like somebody connected literally to God Most High, the overseer. This is somebody who sits in the hand of the Most High that they tried to do this to. This is somebody who's on a mission for the Lord. And this is who they tried to do this to. I just got a wicked ass deja vu. So this could have happened before. They tried to do this before. Deja vu. What else? Queen of Pentacles. What's this? Queen of Pentacles. What's the Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles? What's this here? Five of Wands. The Hierophant. Somebody has a problem with, yeah. So this is someone who, again, celebrates in the congregation of the Lord. You don't have to be somebody who goes to church or nothing like that, but you hold God in your spirit, in your soul. And this person tried to do that when you're connected to God. Somebody had a problem with that because Queen of Pentacles, I don't know if this is somebody who's more materialistic based. Five of Wands with the Hierophant. These are conflicted beliefs. This is somebody who has a problem with your belief system. It could be. Maybe you have a different way of doing things with the Hangman. The way that you hold to God. So this is somebody who don't share your same beliefs. And this could be why this person thought this was okay too. Like, let's say this person is a church goer, right? And they read from the Bible and they believe in Christianity, right? You could have an alternative way of seeing God or practicing whatever you practice. Like maybe your worship isn't in church, maybe it's at home at an altar. Uh, you know, maybe you like do ancestral worship or whatever. This person's like, oh, well, that's not godly. So, like it's a person that's like that. Like they want to argue that you don't even believe in God. So why do it matter? But it's like you do believe in God. You don't have the same beliefs that they do. You could be, have a Native American religion, or maybe um, whatever it is. There's thousands of spirituality out there. There's many, many, many pots. Okay, but are they not all seeking God? They're all seeking God. And it really doesn't, I really don't think that God gets caught up in the details as much as people think that he does. It's your heart. Because that's what gets judged when you go down the hall. Okay? And you got to put your heart on that scale. He gonna weigh your sin. A sin is a sin is a sin. It doesn't matter what religion you believe in. Do you know right from wrong? Do you know when something is just and unjust? Do you know what's love and what's hate? Okay then. You know God. So this person like, well, it don't even matter because I don't like your beliefs. You don't even believe in God. What you worship, maybe, and it's God like, nigga, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Shut up. You don't know the relationship that we got. This is somebody who wanted to judge your relationship with the Most High and test it at that. Like he wasn't gonna come scoop you. Like he was gonna let you go. Okay. The Hierophant, yeah, the Hierophant, the Four of Cups. This is somebody who rejects your beliefs. Four of Wands, you, like I said, you may not go to church or something like that. This is somebody who doesn't have the same beliefs as you, so they thought it was cool. They thought they had a problem with how you see something anyway. So they like, fuck it, I'm sorry, oh, okay. Queen of Wands, Six of Coins. You could give offerings. You could give offerings. Four of Cups, yeah. And they like, what are you doing? That's not godly. So you don't know. I always say, for me personally, my personal beliefs, okay, that you can't always find God in a book. That's not how I found God. Mm-mm. In fact, it's that I grew up in the church. I grew up going to church. My parents were churchgoers. My mom was always in the Bible. I grew up around that, but I am not Christian. And this is the kind of person who think, oh, well, then you don't believe in God. Bitch, okay. Tell God that. The way God showed out in my life, baby, he's already made it clear you don't have to be Christian. Very clear. And people who stand in these positions where they are blessed and they do the right thing and they are good people, they're not always Christian. They're not always whatever traditional beliefs that these people believe in. But they still got God in their heart. I always say this, and I'm going to say it and I'm going to wrap it up. So, The Last Kingdom, very good show, y'all. I love that show. If you know me, you know I love that fucking show. I love it. Damn. There's an episode in there, I've talked about this before, I think, where basically a seer was trying to help deeply Christian king family. Okay, a family that was in power, but they were very Catholic or whatever it was. And the child, their baby, was very, very sick. And the seer, her boyfriend, was a warrior for the king, right? And she like, I got this remedy, these herbs that's gonna cure your child, but you gotta let me have the child and do what I gotta do. And the king and his wife were like, no, we ain't trying. His wife especially was like, no, I ain't trying to do that. That's devil worship, blah, blah, blah. We believe in God, whatever. But it's like, cool, yeah, you believe in God, but the child is dying in your arms. Your prayers alone are not doing it. And there were no medical facilities, no doctors and all that shit back then. Okay. You had to rely on the land. And the seer knew that. Okay. So she mixed up this remedy and she like, I can do this. You got to give me the child. Let me do it. Right. The queen is like, hell no, hell no. The king is like, I don't, but maybe we should just give it a try because nothing else is working, you know? And the warrior was like, listen, who's to say that God is not working through us all? Yes, that seer had knowledge that they didn't have. And they saw it as, oh my God, witchcraft, because, oh my God, you can mix up some shit with some water and make a remedy and then cure somebody. Oh my God, witchcraft, terrible, so bad. Oh my God, no, sin, awful, get it off me. That's not, and that's the kind of world we live in, where people think, oh, you know herbs and spices, you must be a witch, you doing weird shit. Yeah, just because you don't know what they doing or because you don't have the knowledge, you think that it's like, what? This is of the land that God put you on. What you mean? You're supposed to do that. It's there for you. And God is in all those things. You're not in the sky only, okay? He down here too, right beside you all the time. Go outside. Boom, there go God. In the grass, in the bugs, in the herbs, in the water. So, what this feels like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, what this feels like is Jezebel and is it Ahab, her husband? Read it. Jezebel and Ahab. This is that. This is somebody siding with somebody else's beliefs or going with somebody else's beliefs so that they can expand themselves. But this karmic is the Jezebel. Read the story of Jezebel. That's what this is history repeating in the modern day and in your own personal lives. And this is why, even though you may not believe in, Christianity or Catholicism, whatever it is, the Bible is still very useful because it has poetry, parables, relatable shit. If you can take the message and understand what God is saying and relate it to your personal life, you realize it doesn't matter what religion you believe in or what you believe spiritually. It's a guidebook for every one of us. But you got to understand what you're reading. You got to understand the message. What else? Let's wrap this up. Have these people here. Ten of Wands. So now they weighed down. Ten of Wands, Judgment. Somebody might feel, ashamed of how they were seeing something here. Okay. They're ashamed having to look at this, or realizing that God is looking at them like, what are you doing? Just because somebody has a different belief, it doesn't mean. And there's a message here too. Stop thinking that your God is the only God. Your way is the only way. It's in your heart. If I look at something and I know it's not godly, it's because it doesn't have love and it's evil. Not because it's not Christian. Okay. Not because it's not whatever the fuck you believe or whatever that person believes. It's just not godly. It's not love. Period. Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, because now they facing setbacks. They ain't get that new beginning. Somebody's having to realize they had it all wrong. They had it all wrong. Now they feel challenged. Strength, Nine of Cups. Now they don't know if they can persevere and get what they need, what they want. Now somebody don't even got the courage here. Now somebody feeling, what's the word? Like a let down, like they psyched themselves, like this person psyched them out or something like that. Six of Swords. Now all they want to do is move forward. They want the strength to move forward now. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups, Page of Cups, Six of Swords. Now somebody don't know how to get what they want, which is to what? Move away, move forward, return, go back to the past. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups, Page of Cups. They looking over this Judgment. They looking back. How something set them back. They want good news to move forward here. But they having to look at something. Ten of Wands, Judgment. It could be really hard for this person to see something, or it took a long time. Everything could be falling down on them now. They could be exhausted. Because it's almost like with that Knight of Swords, they went to war for this. They really thought this was the way. They really thought that they were right. They thought, well, you don't believe in this anyway, so you're not even going to matter to God. He ain't going to care if I sacrifice you. God, like, man, that is my child right there. What are you talking about? Okay, so somebody's having to look at whatever they believed, whatever their judgment was. Yeah, Ten of Swords, the Star, about trying to unalive somebody who is clearly a star. Somebody could even feel like they betrayed the Most High. They betrayed the divine. Yeah, Knight of Swords. And they was real amped up about it too. Seven of Swords. About this plan, this strategy. Somebody really thought they had it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. Yeah, Seven of Coins. And they were deeply invested. 7-7 could be significant. Knight of Swords. I mean, somebody was like, this is the way. Something is really weighing on somebody. Like, really weighing on somebody. Because it's like, yeah. But, and I feel like as much as they want to blame this karmic, they gotta, it's like, listen, are you not your own person with your own mind? You can't rely on somebody else to sell you a dream and all that shit. You can't do that. This is why it's important to be self-sufficient and make your own decisions. Because now this karmic you done bound yourself to can't help you. They the one that led you down. How they gonna help you out? Eight of Wands, Eight of Coins. Somebody gotta do the work. They have to. Five of Cups. Somebody got really low energy. Something's fast moving. Something could be declining fast. Five of Cups and they're sad. Somebody has collapsed into despair or something like that. What is this? They feel like they hard work. I don't know. Six of Coins, Page of Wands. Page of Swords. Somebody could be filling out job applications or something like that for fast work. Somebody could be doing fast work, like, side jobs type of energy now because they're trying to recover or something. Giving side jobs for some reason. Fast work, fast work. Could be delivery. Somebody could be a delivery driver. They're sad. Trying to figure out how to get paid more or something like that. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Somebody want like an overflow. They want a new opportunity to be in control of something. Somebody could be trying to, yeah, they want something back. Six of Cups. They have memories of when they were in more better in control of their life. It feels like somebody could be trying to figure out how to get it back, or they could be trying to work hard or something, or trying to figure out how they can fix it. But in the meantime, they having to do fast work, fast money. This could be like stock exchange, trying to have a come up right quick because somebody want to get back on their feet. They want it to happen fast. Ace of Wands, yeah. Somebody want another chance to do something the right way. The Magician, Ace of Wands, the Magician, Seven of Swords. But their strategy, if they keep using magic, if they keep trying to use magic and rituals, it's not going to happen. Three of Wands, it's not going to come in. So this is a message they could be getting, is that if you're not going to do the work, if you're not actually going to do the work, if you're not actually going to earn it, it's not going to come in. Like somebody's realizing they can't magician their way, okay, into some shit. This is their strategy, and it's not coming. It looks like it's just not coming. Somebody need prayer, but it's like if somebody feel like something's not happening quick enough or something like that. With the Eight of Wands, yeah, the Fool. What's the Fool? They don't have to take a leap of faith. What's the Fool? But they don't want to. Two of Swords. It's what they don't want to take a leap of faith, or they at a crossroads. Six of Swords. It's blocking their ability to move forward. So they're gonna have to make a decision. Five of Wands, Three of Wands, because Five of Wands, Three of Wands is coming. It keep coming out the same way. Somebody know they're gonna have to fight for it. It's gonna be a fight. The world over this ending, or they're gonna have to fight to walk through this portal. They know it. They're gonna have to climb the mountain type of energy. They're gonna have to make a decision because it's not just going to come. Jobs don't just fall in your lap. Success doesn't just happen. You have to do something. Somebody has to take action. They have to do something, and it has to be consistent as well. Yeah, Nine of Swords, but somebody's worried. They're scared. Ten of Swords, the Empress, because Ten of Swords, the Empress. They know they put 10 swords at your back. So somebody could feel unworthy. But yeah, they feel Nine of Wands. It's yeah, Ten of Swords. They feel like somebody feel like they never gonna get, they're never going to stop being or stop having to take responsibility for what they did to you or what they tried to do to you. Like somebody feels like God's not going to show them any grace. The universe is forever going to be against them. They feel hopeless. But this person here is using that as an excuse to stay stuck. They could be worried that, oh, if I do something, the universe is just going to snatch it away because of what I did to the Empress. Or I'm gonna forever have to be paying for what I did. That's an excuse. Because that's not how our universe works. That's not how energy works. Somebody needs to go within and heal. This is for the karmic energy as well. You go within and heal and match your energy inside and out to what you're trying to manifest. That means it's going to come. Your energy has to match. That's how manifestation works. But the problem is these people are holding on to what they did. They haven't come to terms with that yet. They haven't come to terms with the healing that needs to be done. There is no fast track. This is someone that's going to have to walk through the fire. They're going to have to feel the opposition. The same shit that you went through, that they gave you on your journey forward, they're going to have to walk through it. And that's the part that scares them. That's what keeps them in fear, because they know what they did to you. They know how they judged you. They know how they talked down on you. And they fear people doing that same shit to them. And you know what it is? They know they don't have the strength that you have to get through it. That's how they feel. So it's like, not only do they have to confront the world, they have to confront how they treated you when you were going through the same thing. All these feelings and thoughts and concerns and worries and self-esteem issues and doubts, they have to face that shit just like you did. And they don't think they can do it. This is why these people hate you. But in hating you, they still not realizing that's not going to get them nowhere. They really hate themselves. And until they heal, they're not going to have success. Period. And that's the part that worries people like this, because they ain't never in their life thought deeply. Because I'm going to tell you something, they have thought deeply, baby, this never would have been an option for them. They would have already known off the break that this was a bad idea. Love y'all.